This one for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan's. I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men.
So it's kind of like this endless cycle at this point. All right. Now, today was supposed to be a big opportunity for variety here on DSP Gaming. Why? Because yesterday the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection released. And this is a collection of 2 games from the 2000s that are well-regarded, well-respected, games that everyone absolutely loves. And EA tried to recreate this lightning in a bottle back in the 2010s and failed miserably. The 2 Battlefront games that they made in the 2010s don't hold a candle to the originals. They've lost that fun spirit of what they're supposed to be in exchange for, like, experience and leveling systems and randomized pulls and drops. And it's just really, really weird what they went there, because I think they wanted to make these microtransaction games as a service games, and it didn't work. Okay? So, with this collection coming out and everyone excited, wow, the originals are coming back, people got pumped, and now it came out, and apparently it's a huge flop because it's just a broken mess. You know, I guess on PC it came out Wednesday night, and no one could play. People turned on their PCs, opened Steam, booted the game, and it said there were no servers. Like, how are there no servers for an online game? Apparently, their entire infrastructure crashed when they hit the switch to turn it on. So you had like 10,000 people trying to play on 3 working servers that each house 64 players. Do you know what happens when you have 10,000 people trying to join about 180 slots? It's not a good situation. Let's put it that way. Okay? Now, from what I'm to understand, it's been getting better over the course of the last 48 hours or so. It is improving, and the console experience apparently hasn't been as bad as the PC experience. But the problem is, first impressions are everything. And if your first impression on the internet of this game is, wow, it's a broken mess, nothing works, it's buggy, it crashes, you have to wait to get into servers endlessly, you drop from servers, it's, lag. If that's what everyone heard, that's all anyone's going to think about the game or care. So I hate to say it, this game is kind of dead because it got destroyed within the first 12 hours of being on Steam, and now everyone just has turned it into the laughing, running meme and joke of the internet the last couple of days. Of course, I bought it early. I bought it ahead of time and preloaded it. So I'm stuck with it. I bought it, and luckily for me, I did buy it on PlayStation. So hopefully I'm going to have at least a decent player base to play it with. But I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. I've even heard they basically didn't even bother adding in a modernized system to jump into multiplayer, that it's literally the same system that you used to have on PC like 20 plus years ago, where you boot up the game and it gives you a server listing and you have to manually select and try to join servers to play. And that in itself could be very hit or miss. It might not work, or you go to get errors and crashing. So just to get into a game could be a nightmare. I've also heard that Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2 are completely separated, instead of being in one system where you just select, like, oh, what's the server with the spots or whatever. No, it basically separated the experiences completely. So now you got, like, everyone's jumping in Battlefront 2, but no one's playing Battlefront 1, because obviously you want to play the more modernized game. But now, because of that, everyone's got a Battlefront 1 with, like, no one playing it. So you can't play it online because, like, there's not enough people. So what the fuck? You bought 2 games in a collection, and one of them essentially is unplayable. Gee, that was smart, wasn't it? Again, this is the equivalent of, like, when I bought the Capcom collection last year, and there were, like, 4 versions of Darkstalkers in it, and they were all separate. Well, no one's going to know what version to boot, so every time you go to play online, you got, like, 2 people playing, and you can't even find them in the matches. Why did they do that for? So anyway, I really don't know what to do. I've bought this already. I have it loaded. I just downloaded a 17 gig update patch for it, because that's the day 1 patch, because the game's so fucked up. It's essentially like half the size of the game re-downloaded and trying to fix it. We're playing it today. I mean, you guys were so hyped for it. You convinced me to play it all day today. Like, this was my whole day. And now we don't even know if it's going to work when I boot it up. So we're going to try. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, well, let's just throw it away and not play it. We're going to try. But if it doesn't work, I don't even know what we got. We're going to call an audible, right? We have to do something else. And I don't like doing that because calling an audible means that half the people who would have been there for whatever I'm doing in place of what originally we were going to do, they're not there. You know, like, for example, let's say we boot this up and within an hour I give up. I can't play it. It's unplayable. All right, fuck it. Let's just go play Baldur's Gate, right? Well, guess what? Most of the people who were here for Baldur's Gate are not going to be here today because they didn't know that I was playing Baldur's Gate. So now you got a different crowd, a crowd that wasn't ready for Baldur's Gate, probably not the same engaging, supportive crowd as usual, and people are upset because now, oh, I missed on Baldur's Gate. I didn't know you were playing it today. Yeah, well, I didn't either, right? And so that's a problem. So I guess we have to see what happens, okay? I hope it works. I want to play this game. That was the whole point, is that I wanted to play something different, to bring something completely so different from everything else we're doing with these RPGs. So we have variety, so it's fun. And I think this would be a fun thing to play and to watch. It's an exciting game. It really is. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. What can I do, right? I guess we'll find out.